The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 15, Nasdaq up 15, S&Ps are up 3, gold contract up 270, trading at 1271. You get silver trading up. Where is she? Up 9 cents, $16.93. Copper's up 3 pennies at $3.15 a pound. Light sweet crude up 18 cents, $55.83 a barrel. Notes: 10-year note up 5 ticks, 125.10. 30-year bond up 15 ticks, 154.04. King dollar's up 87 ticks, trading at 94.945. The euro is at 115. Almost 116 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 114 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. I want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the markets, it's all green again.
It is. Well, S&P down 8 cents.
Oh,
cash.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, now it's positive, 13 cents. There you go.
Now, over the weekend, folks, I'm telling you, this world is really a trip right now, no doubt. You see the Saudi Arabia deal?
I did. How could you miss it, right?
That's pretty intense, man.
Prince is getting held up at the Ritz.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen this, folks, this is crazy. So they in the journal, the adjective was that the Ritz is like a palace.
Sure.
And they got
Saudi Arabia, I'm sure the Ritz is right. Yeah.
And they have them in jail at the Ritz.
Yeah. And that would kind of make sense. Even if you're going to lock them up, you're not going to throw them in general population.
Yeah.
Because then, there's a corruption, there's kind of a power grab, but it turns into an international, really hysterical problem if they throw them in a general population, then maybe people get beat up or killed, or, and so they're aware that they're clamping down on the power, and they don't want to create too much of an international crisis. Well, they do, I think, would be my take on that. But
there's no doubt. And so some of the headlines going through: Saudi banks said to start freezing accounts of corruption suspects. And of course, you got a kingdom there, so if you're guilty, man, you're guilty.
Yeah, no, for sure, right.
Oh, and the prince here, so he's one of the largest holders of Citigroup.
Well, yeah, there are a bunch of princes, which are, I'll tell, let's get the name if, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, he's the big, supposedly the 50th richest person in the world.
Sure.
But I guess it really depends on
if you can just go back,
who's the money behind it, right? That's what's going to be It's interesting here. Let's see.
There you go. Al-Walid bin Talal.
62-year-old billionaire was detained by authorities Saturday without disclosure of the allegations.
Yeah. I mean, he's one prince, though, but there are a lot of powerful princes that were arrested yesterday to put things. He's just the one that's most well-known.
Right.
There's a lot of movers and shakers that kind of got locked up yesterday.
Yeah. Glad we're not in Saudi Arabia, man. Holy cow.
For sure.
877-927-6648. We get over and we take a look at, let's go into bonds again. So bonds, folks, are just rejecting lower price on a continual basis. And we'll see how this shakes out. The Fed's, still planning to go up on short-term rates in December. But this is digging into its swing area here. We're at 125.10 right now. You get 500,000 contracts. We did, I believe, 1.2 or 1.3 million each day last week. Let me just see this. Yeah, 1.3 Friday, 1.4 Thursday. So you're pushing in there with some decent volume. Apple had in the paper this morning that what it has to get to be $1 trillion. I forget what the number was, but it's not too much further. We're at 172.96. Sprint is getting smoked this morning. That baby breaking a swing point. And I guess what that's about is that the merger with T-Mobile fell apart. for about the third or fourth
I
time.
know, right? Always
Yeah.
a roller coaster on those
Yeah.
news events.
Yeah, it's big time. There's no doubt about that. Some of the higher volume stocks out here this morning. Actually, let's go over to the oil market because CLZ7. You know, it's amazing when you read that whole Saudi story. The prince that's going to be king is only 32 years old.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No better time to grab the reins than you're about to rule for probably 50 years, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy, man.
It is.
32 years old. Oh, my God.
Quite an empire.
Yeah, seriously. So we go take a look at the oil contract, and, you know, it's laying, I mean, it looks like 55.24. You know, it's getting its head over here. So, I mean, that's 62 is going to be game there. It's going to be interesting. You know, you get into that area, it's a whole different ball game. So we'll see how this whole thing does shake out. Yeah, and as one of the guys was saying there, I know, it's like, okay, another Saudi prince died in a helicopter crash.
I hadn't seen that news come out. Yeah.
It was in the paper this morning, too.
Okay.
Yeah. Heavy.
Definitely.
Heavy. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at some of the king dogs out here. So Google's laying its highs up here. That's at 1,029. Amazon, look at that, man. My God, 1116. The closing high is 1110.85. So that's right up there. Microsoft, 84.40. And then, so Qualcomm's in play here. $64.49. I believe the Broadcom is trying to take over Qualcomm. I think it's $70.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. If we bring this back for a second, let me just see this. It's $70. Its high is 81. What's that in 2014?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see how this shakes out.
Yeah, nice $100 billion tech deal.
Imagine that.
Not bad.
And the chips, NVDA, you know, the chips no doubt have been on fire. And NVIDIA's still hanging out these highs, $208. When you were gone at the Traders Expo last week, actually, Tesla took it on the chin. Look at this.
Yeah. That was their earnings, right?
That was their earnings. They're burning more cash than was expected, and then he owned up that, yeah, they're not going to do the 5,000 cars. And,
sure.
It's a big number, though. I mean,
yeah, no.
He's still at these highs. If he stays above 291, you know, that's still the higher range.
Close. It's only $9.
This looks dangerous.
$9 in Tesla is nothing.
No, it's not. That is, yeah, nothing. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials are up 9. NASDAQ is up 12. S&Ps are up 2. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials are up 9 right now. Nasdaq's up 14. S&P's up 2.5. So you're at the Traders Expo.
I was flying around there. Had
Yeah.
a good couple days. Good to be home from Vegas for sure.
What kind of action was out there?
It was a little bit slow, you know. Not quite the shows that, and I keep going back. I think my brain's probably stuck in 2011 or something, when the shows used to really rock and roll.
Right,
but,
right.
you know, it was good to see some of the traders out there, some
Right.
listeners,
Right.
guys at TD Ameritrade, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. What had happened over when you look at the past 20 or 30 years, they used to be monster shows. Then they almost went down the tubes. Then it looks like they almost came back. But then, I mean, you were saying this time Fidelity wasn't there either, right?
Yeah, I don't believe Fidelity was there.
Yeah, which is a big deal
change.
because they need those big companies there
Broker-dealers
to
really
right,
support, you know, at the big booths and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, but TD Ameritrade was rocking, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They were busy.
Nice.
Yeah.
877-927-6648. We get over and we take a look at the XAU, the HUI. Now, both the XAU and the HUI, they broke that swing last week, folks. They had light volume. But bottom line is that you want to see a sign of strength if you're in that market right now. XAU is up 63 cents, so it's back inside the range of 81.04. Not that that's not a higher range, but at least it's not the lower range. The Gold Bugs Index, same type of setup. That got underneath it on Friday and I closed above it, saved itself. But that 184.86 is a crucial area, no doubt about that. Inside the NDX 100 today, the strength versus the weakness. Look at this. NetEase is up 8%. What does this company do? So it's up $22. Internet Technologies develop application services other internet technologies in China. The company's core business consists of email service, web portal, oh my God, online entertainment. Imagine that. Well,
Online company in China, probably a good spot to be in.
Yeah. Online gaming services.
$40 billion company.
Wow. And
Come out with their earnings November 15th, I saw.
look at that growth. Oh my God. So when you look at that's pretty intense.
For sure.
5 years ago, folks, they were doing $9.2 billion.
So look, there it is, online games. That's the big part of what they're doing, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, online gaming, $28 billion and 52% 3-year growth.
And this year they're doing $53 billion.
Yeah.
My God.
Not bad.
That's insane. That's some growth. Let's see. Charter Communications, look at that. That was the dog last week. Now that this is up 6.5%. We'll pull Dish is up 4.5%. All the media companies. Liberty's up 4.8%. So let's go over to Charter for a second. Okay, we know what Charter does. Let's see. Okay, so it's been down. Let's see if they come up with numbers, or what do they do here?
SoftBank is said willing to re-engage in charter talks.
Oh, I see.
There you go. And I think maybe it has a little bit wireless competition to rise after failed Sprint T-Mobile.
I know.
That's playing into it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would be better for anybody that's going to compete with Sprint and T-Mobile if they didn't partner up, right?
Right. And now they go from one side to the other. Pretty intense. NDX 100 on the way down. Henry Schein is down 8.5%. T-Mobile is down 5.75%. And 1/4 rather. Tesla's down 2%, and IDEX Pharmaceutical is off 1.8%.
Yeah.
Inside the inside the Dow Industrials, strength out there is Caterpillar. It's up 1.2%. Verizon's down 5%. Pfizer's off 0.6. Let's go look at Verizon.
Yeah, what's going on there?
So that's down $2.40. It's almost the same type of deal, isn't it?
Go.
Everything has to do with Sprint this morning. Yeah. It's not. They haven't come out with their numbers.
Yep.
So this also has to do with Sprint. Wireless competition. Oh, I see it. They're figuring the wireless competition is going to get even heavier because now what the theory would be is that if T-Mobile got together with Sprint, because T-Mobile is the driver of price, that maybe they'd lay off on the price deal.
Okay.
And now both of them got to probably bring the price down more to sell more product. Well, let's go to Rich in Portland. Hey, Rich, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding me.
I got my gas furnace on this morning.
Yeah?
So I thought it might be cool up in the Northeast sometime in the future.
It's a good theory. We'll see if it comes true. No.
Let's see. He wants to look at UNG, folks. This is a U.S. natural gas fund. It's quite a bid that's out here today. Let me go into the future. So the gas contract must be moving. Yeah, there you go. So gas is up 3.3% this morning. You're up 11 cents. You're trading at 309. Look at that. So there must be a cold spell up there, right? Is that what's going on?
Well, hey, I'm counting on Mother Nature. That's the only one I can trust anymore.
Yeah, well, evidently it held here this morning because the contract closed on Friday at 298, and this morning it opened at 308. Right now you're at almost 310, so it's inside the range. Anything as soon as you go at 307, yeah, this is a good scene. You get inside 307, now you get game up to 335. Okay, so what is this? Boston weather. Let's see, what's Boston weather? I'm just curious as to. What do we got? Oh, it's still nice up there. It's 65.
That's beyond nice for November.
Yeah,
well,
exactly. But you got action, man. I mean, if it's 65 up in Boston, that means New York, the East Coast is feeling pretty good.
What's the volume look like to you, Tom, as far as that gas contract? Is that good volume?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, hey, let me get the contract again. 1 second. But when you get it, this is quite a gap. You get 90,000 contracts, I believe. Yeah, 90,000. Yeah, you get good contracts. I mean, you came down to 116,000 contracts, 157, then 241. This will do like 150,000 contracts today, and we did 143 on Friday. Yeah, this has game up to that 318, and you know you might get the top of that range is 323. There's something there. Well, here, let's see if I can find out. On blast of cool air. Well, let's find out where it is. Oh, it's where you are. It's below normal temperatures expected in the U.S. Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
Yeah, and it even says, though, to continue Midwest and parts of the Northeast, but November 6th through 10th. So coming up right now, maybe Boston better enjoy that 65-degree weather today.
Yeah, in Chicago, they expect on Thursday to drop to 27 degrees, which is 11 below normal. Yeah, there you go, man.
Thank you, Canada. Have a good day, guys.
Have a
Thanks,
great
Rich.
one. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. You got the Dow Industrials right now. Something just happened. Dow's up 23, Nasdaq's up 23, S&Ps are up 4.5. Off to the races, folks. Gonna be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 20. You get the Nasdaq up 21. S&Ps are up 4.5. And Apple. So Apple come out with these numbers. Big numbers.
Of course, right?
Big everything. I mean, and I guess now the question Well, it's not a question. I mean, they've always delivered. The coming up to the announcement was like, okay, you had supplies that it seemed that they were getting less supplies and all this, but bottom line is that, man, they said they were selling plenty of phones, more phones than they thought they were going to sell. And now they got to deliver them, right? Because now the lines are out there, they're taking the orders, right?
Yeah, the iPhone 10, the X.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see when it comes, the end of this quarter that combines Christmas and combines the new iPhone X, how that one shapes out for sure.
And so look at this. Apple will sell debt to help fund. So Apple's selling bonds as its iPhone maker looks to fund stock buybacks and dividends. Going to buy back stock. Oh, my God. The company is selling fixed-rate bonds, as many as 6 parts, according to folks with the knowledge of the matter. The longest portion of the offering, a 30-year security, may yield 1.125 percentage points more than Treasuries.
Seems like a pretty good deal, as in
Oh, my God.
buying an Apple bond is, I'd say, pretty secure.
Oh, totally. And it's great for Apple. That means...
Well, yeah, I was looking at it from an investor, though. If you're going to buy, treasuries, buying an Apple bond at an extra % seems like a pretty good deal in terms of what's really your risk for default on a company like Apple.
Yeah, there's no doubt. So a 30-year right now, 2.8.
Yeah.
So it's 4% then.
Not bad.
Yeah. 30 years. Oh, my God. That's cheap money, though.
Yes, no, both ways, certainly.
Apple is more than three-fourths way through the program that's returning $300 billion of capital to shareholders by the end of March 2019.
And read that next paragraph.
Yeah, the company could benefit from proposed new tax laws. As of September 30th, Apple was sitting on $268 billion
Not bad.
in cash and marketable securities, 94%, which is outside the U.S. That means that the company could be a beneficiary of the House Republicans' tax plan, which would charge companies 12% on the overseas profit they've earned. Companies now face a 35% rate. The bond sale comes just days after Apple briefly became the United States' first $900 billion company.
On their way to $1 trillion.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
It's pretty staggering. Amount of money that they have.
There's no doubt.
$300 billion almost.
And the real question would be, like, if it goes through and they pay the 12% tax, how much will they bring back and what will they use it for?
Sure.
The thing that's intriguing is that, when you think of Apple as a international company, which it is, though, it's like, I can't see them bringing it all back because they don't have to pay any tax on it. They can use it to grow in China. They can use it to grow anywhere else.
Sure.
It's like, okay, well,
I think they would have to bring it back to do anything like the buybacks, though, or something like that. And that's
Yes.
where it comes into where, they're taking out loans to do it right now as kind of a finance, accounting way of
Right.
not bringing the money back, yet gaining access to the capital that they have by just paying a percentage for a loan.
Right.
So,
which brings down the amount of shares outstanding, right?
right. So to do anything like that, they would have to bring it back. Now, if they don't want to pay the 12%, they could keep it overseas and then some of it, and then take loans out on, the value of the company, which is the value of that money. But it will be interesting to see what, a lot of these companies, Apple especially, decides to do if that makes its way through. And that's
Right.
another question to ask, is if it makes its way through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's no doubt that we'll see where do they get the Paradise Papers now? First it was the...
Panama Papers?
Yeah, the Panama Papers had come out. Now
what's the Paradise one?
The Paradise Papers...
Is that what it is? Yeah?
Yeah, they came out over the weekend. We'll hear a lot more about them. They got the Queen of England in here. So what you have is that they got hold of all these bank accounts in the Caribbean, I believe, all right? And all these, and there's, you can have accounts in the Caribbean, folks, and it's not illegal. I mean, many hedge funds, that's where they're set up. And the
Sure.
reason it's set up like that is that if you are in tax-free accounts, people don't want them set up in the U.S., if it's outside money. That's how that works. But now that being said, there is probably other accounts there that no one wants to know that they have accounts over there.
Sure.
And this morning, one of them. So what ends up happening is that as they follow the trail, let me see this. Can you see this anywhere here? Let's see.
I didn't see what you were looking for. I was trying to take a peek, but
here's one right here. So this is UK opposition leader Jeremy Corbyn said in an inquiry into offshore investments and tax evasion that he's calling should cover Queen Elizabeth.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Seriously. The monarch found her financial arrangements splashed over the British newspapers Monday after leaked information known as the Paradise Papers from a Bermuda law firm, Appleby Group Services, showed that she made a series of investments in Cayman Islands funds through the British royal family's private estate. Yeah, I doubt she's done anything wrong. But what will happen...
Why do you doubt that? Of all,
because
I just have to, if any politician with power, you're not skeptical?
On this, no, because I read it already, it's only $13 million. And what ends up happening is that there's the bulk of hedge funds open a fund in the U.S. and a fund in the Caymans.
Okay.
You know, if I was when we were doing the real estate, if I wanted to accept money outside of the country, I had all the papers. That's how I'd have to do it, and that's the reason you do it like that, so that you have a fund in the Caymans and then a fund in the U.S. and then you have the U.S. manager as the manager of both of them.
Okay.
But what happens is it segregates the money that, you know, let's say that if you were in the UK and I was accepting your money, what would end up happening is that I wouldn't have to send you a tax form for the one in the Caymans.
Okay.
That would be up to you. Versus we have a couple people that are from outside the country, and we have to send them tax forms. We have to hold back 10% every year, and then they have to deal with it.
Okay.
You know, so that's why they do it like that. But I suspect what's going to happen is that, you know, the last time that this came out, there were ramifications for people. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, the reporting of the Royal Investment showed that part of the money had been channeled to rent-to-own retailer Bright House, which is paying more than £14 million in compensation to 247,000 customers that failed to meet standards of the Financial Conduct Authority. Hey, there's no secrets anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It is.
877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at the small caps out here, the IWM. So IWM is, out of the large indices, is the only one that hasn't hit another high. But just give it a few more days. October 4th was the high, 150.61.
It's hanging right
now,
there.
It is hanging. 877-927-6648. Dow right now is up 15. Nasdaq's up 19. S&Ps are up 3.5. Gold contract trading up 480 at 12.74. Silver's up 16 cents, $17. We're getting a little action at gold and silver market.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So Dow's up 18, Nasdaq's up 20, S&Ps are up 4.5. And so were the casinos busy out there?
They were. They're always busy, though, it feels like, no matter what the economy's doing.
Yeah, so look at Wynn, you know.
I didn't make it over to the Wynn, unfortunately.
Yeah, so that came out, let me see, I believe it came out with numbers last week, and that Macau was really running this thing.
Okay. You're back a little bit, yeah.
Oh, look at this one. Wynn Resorts to spend $90 million. We know where this is. In Boston.
Okay.
Wynn Resorts to spend $90 million on properties near Greater Boston Casino.
Everett, Mass.
Look at that. Around. He's building a $2 billion.
Yeah, it's cited by local media. Mr. Wynn said during a Wednesday Greater Boston Chamber of Commerce meeting that they've spent more than $75 million so far in buying both commercial and residential properties around the complex, and that these actually have nothing to do with it. It also has become clear that Wynn Resorts will lock several more details of this kind in the coming months for a total of over $90 million.
Pretty intense. Look at that. Oh, my God. There's a picture we're looking at of what this casino is going to look like in the Mystic River and Everett. Unreal. Construction eventually began in 2016.
Yeah, but it says construction was expected to begin shortly after, but it was delayed as the developer was unable to obtain all the necessary permissions in as quick a manner as it had hoped for. Gambling business, not a bad business to be in.
No.
Yeah.
Especially.
So yeah, Wynn Boston Harbor was originally billed as $1.7 billion, but Wynn Resorts later upped the project to over $2 billion. The property will occupy 3 million square feet along the Mystic River bank and will feature multiple accommodations, retail, entertainment, food, beverage, amenities. If anyone's been to Foxwoods, you can imagine they have to build their own little universe.
Yep.
And I'm sure that's what they're planning to do.
And you can do it there. What happens with Everett, folks, it's right along the banks of the Mystic, and it's pretty easy to do that because you get water on one side. Yeah, you know, so he's probably pushing out this new deal here.
Okay.
And when you go up there, he'd go to the left or right of him and then just start pushing to the other side because there's water. Let's see. There's water about a mile and a half on the other side of them, too. It's a secure place.
Not bad. That was November 2nd that came out, so I'm sure more is rocking than that, but not a bad business, for sure.
Amazing.
Definitely.
877-927-6648. We go inside the NDX. Let me just see how far. The Qs. I know we hit a high out here. Yep, we're still at a high.
Definitely.
So, I mean, just this yeah, it just doesn't stop. That's the bottom line. It doesn't matter what's out here. At this particular point, nothing has stopped the buy-in. The SPY also at a high. We're 258.75. The last high out here was 258.43, which was last Wednesday. Actually, no, Friday. Friday closed at its highs, 258.50. Some of the Dow stocks out here, let's see what they're doing. We have Caterpillar up $1.33. You got Coke down 19 cents. GE's up 5 cents. Big Blue's down 67. You get Procter & Gamble off 19. Let's go take a look at Big Blue and see if that's still having a hard time getting. Yeah, look at that, man. If you want to see something, folks, when an equity does get in the gap, that's how dangerous it is. Big Blue's a pretty good example of it. Big Blue came out with his numbers on the 17th of October, and we closed at 146. Next day, it opened at 157, and it managed to only stay there for 3 days, which is unusual. Normally, what equities like to do is they'll come down to the top of the gap, stay there a couple months, and then get in. But this one got into it quick. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean...
Oh, for sure.
146.
Those were good numbers they came out with.
Yeah. And that's a full 10 points.
Yeah, big move.
Isn't it? Now look at... And so 10 points... Oh, they only have 925 million shares outstanding. Yeah. That's interesting. Compared to some of the... they've been buying back shares for a long period of time, but compared to some of the other big caps,
okay,
they're in the billions.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Well, comparing it to a company like Apple, right? Apple's like a $900 billion company.
Right.
IBM's only $140 billion company, and they're kind of not this. Yeah. So.
Let's go into the financials. So the XLF, it's hanging at the highs. Oh, I know, Berkshire. Berkshire came out with its numbers Friday night. Let's see what this looks like. So Berkshire is down 18 cents. And this is, okay, so here it is here. Maybe that's it. So third quarter profit at Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway fell 43% from a year ago, resulting losses.
Those natural disasters.
Yeah, because he's one of the biggest reinsurance in the world, right? Profit for the quarter fell to $4.1 billion. That wouldn't be bad. Third 90 days. From $7.2 billion in the third quarter of 2016.
It's quite a haircut year over year, though.
Yeah.
If you're used to making $7 billion every 90 days and you make $4 billion.
Yeah. The company had also incurred a $3 billion in pre-tax underwriting losses following 3 major hurricanes: Harvey, Irma, and
Maria, yeah.
And an earthquake in Mexico.
Yeah.
Revenues for the quarter rose to $60.5 billion, up 3% from a year ago.
Yeah, so revenues are up, but they were just paying out more, probably having to do with all of the hurricanes.
Yeah. They almost, look at that, $60.5 billion in 90 days.
Not bad.
Some of these numbers are just pretty staggering. No two ways about that.
What is that? That's taking in almost $700 million a day.
A day.
Yeah, 666 really. About.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
The XLE, inside the energy market, let's take a look at energy. So the XLE, this is breaking over its high this morning. You're up 64 cents, 69.32. Let me put this on a weekly for a second. So this has been a dead dog. Well, we'll see whether Saudi Arabia can get it going. Looks like they, between Purge and a bunch of princes, they're getting ready for this.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that actually does create any. I mean, it's obviously put a little something to oil, right, the XLE. But in reality, I don't see that playing too much into oil, as in the guy who had all the power has even more power now, and I don't see that interrupting anything going on with their oil or what's going on over there.
Right. He wants to sustain the cuts. The guy that's the
prince.
Yeah. He wants to sustain the cuts, which would equal higher oil prices. He doesn't want to open the flow.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would just guess if he wanted that before this crackdown, that was still going to happen. You know what I mean? That this isn't going to change too much of the oil landscape in Saudi Arabia. It's changing the power structure a little bit. Nobody's going to get in his way from now on, that's for sure.
Oh, man. 877-927-6648. Dow's up 17, Nasdaq's up 23, S&P's up 4.5. Come right back, folks.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 22. Nasdaq's up 22. S&Ps are up 4.5. And yeah, this whole Saudi deal's.
Yeah, go ahead. I was just gonna say, I'm sure this will keep news coming out. Hopefully, not news of debts keep coming out.
Right.
And this is really early. They're saying it's confirmed, but then I'm not sure. We're finding scattered articles, but it seems like the second Saudi prince confirmed that. Now, the first one they were talking about was in the helicopter crash, and this one just seems like was arrested in a firefight when he was, he was killed in a firefight when he was trying to be arrested.
And he was the son of the
King Fahd.
Yeah.
Now, I think the other death was also a son, though.
Of King Fahd also?
I believe so, and that's what makes him a prince.
Wow. That's intense, man. This is like all the young'uns are fighting it out, man, in a big way.
Yeah, I know, and you said that during the break, Meister. What did I say? I said, it's not really a fight when you're fighting it out with, you know,
the king.
Call him a dictator, king, whatever you want to call him.
I believe they're all cousins, though, right?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But when you're fighting for control of, just go back in history, man.
Right.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
family fights it over to the death when you're fighting for a throne.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So it'll be very interesting to see as if details come out about how this is happening, because there's no details at all really contained within this as to how that happened and what surrounded it. Pretty interesting. And then just to bring it up, so real quick, this is so future Saudi king tightens grip, and this is where, you know, the future king tightened the grip and just pull it up, including the billionaire, and I just want to get his name for who.
Eloise, right? Prince Eloise?
Well, yeah, that was, what is the king, we keep talking about him, what's the 32-year-old's name? We'll get it.
You stay right there, folks. We got Think or Swim coming up next, and of course, then we're going to go to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. Be back this afternoon. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Thanks, fellas.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.